All right, welcome back, everybody, to episode 4 of Are We the Assholes? I'm Max,
And I'm Riley.
and this is just more of the usual. It's gonna be
Yep.
good.
If you've heard the previous episodes, you know what's in store.
Exactly.
So
It's
if you're sensitive, click off. If not, enjoy the ride.
yes. Riley, do you have any ones to start us off with, or do you want me to?
Well, the one I told you before we started, you good with that one?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend she can be a vegan in her own house?
Well, like without any context, yes. That's
I would
fucking
say no.
really
Yes,
okay.
because I'm a man who likes his food, and I don't like being limited to what I can eat.
Riley, her limitation though, like most vegans do it either dietary or for like moral purposes, and it doesn't have to be you, but telling your girlfriend she has to eat meat at your house, like that's what that's implying.
Well, what I'm thinking it is she's trying to like push him to go vegan as well. And he's like because that's what I'm the initial like vibe
Initial
that I'm
thought.
getting from the title.
Okay, well that's a bit
Like the
different.
implications
I don't
is
know.
what I'm we can read into it some more. Um So my girlfriend moved in with me 2 months ago. I own the apartment and pay for nearly everything. This is primarily because I make significantly more. Nevertheless, we did agree that she will pay for her own subscriptions to stuff and the groceries. She also is the one who gets groceries every week on that note. Okay.
Okay.
This morning I woke up and marched myself to the kitchen open to make. So yeah, he just wanted to make some eggs and bacon on toast because he didn't have any dinner and he's starving. He opens the fridge and there was nothing in there besides vegetables and crap he didn't recognize, in his own words, mind you. And he says, like, even the butter was gone.
Okay, wait. Did she throw his shit out, or did she just not
I
like?
I think so.
Okay, because that's different.
Yeah,
Um,
and then he says, I go to the bedroom and ask my girlfriend who just woken up herself. She did not go to the store yesterday like she said she did. It's up to some back and forth. I question her about perhaps forgetting to put stuff in the fridge, as we forget to take stuff out in the bag sometimes. All the while, she has a shit-eating grin on her face, especially when I tell her there's nothing in the fridge, which is us when. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, it says when she informs me she's only buying vegan stuff from now on as she went vegan a month.
okay, but that's
So not
okay.
only did she not talk to him about it,
Okay, but
she fucking
it doesn't sound like she threw out his stuff. It sounds like she just didn't buy his stuff. So like, I don't know. I think that's fine. I think like she's vegan and so she's buying vegan groceries. Like it's perfectly understandable, especially like depending on the um like reason you've gone vegan. Like it's perfectly understandable to not want to be buying meat and other things when you're going to the store. And
well,
yes, she didn't talk to him, but at the same time, like, yeah, it's a little passive aggressive, right? But
she has a responsibility to buy him things. They're sharing a home together, Max.
no, she doesn't. She has a
Yeah, they
responsibility
no
to.
no. It says she will pay for her own subscriptions to stuff and the groceries. So that's her upkeep for the house. That's what she's paying the money on for it.
Okay, I think that it's still. I think even still, then he's the one who's assigned. Like, I mean, they've decided that she is the one to buy the groceries. Kind of sounds like he assigned her the groceries, but I don't know. Just
He pays the rent and everything else.
mm-hmm. Like, no, I mean that's fair, right? But like
Yeah.
she's the one buying the groceries still. And so like I feel like that means that she's going to buy groceries, but it doesn't necessarily have to be this and this. If he like wrote a list or something for her, I guess of things that he also wanted, it might be different. I don't know. It seems a bit like I think I'm still on her side on this because, like, yes, it's a bit passive aggressive, but at the same time, like, this whole
I think
situation. Sorry, what?
he elaborates more at the end. He
Okay.
says that he just wanted her to buy meat and dairy products because it's like if they're splitting the upkeep of the place, and he wants something to eat, which he wants. Then she refused and said she didn't want to buy meat or dairy products, and she didn't want them in the apartment. And she doesn't want the pots or pans to be used for it. Does not want the smell,
Okay, now
and
you're
it's
making
immoral.
her or now it's making her the asshole, I feel. That just seems
Yeah.
like I don't know if this is a matter of she's an asshole or like this is just a shitty relationship. There's just no like it's
Honestly, yeah, definitely like should have talked to him about
neither
this.
one of them seems to really be respecting the other much. Telling her to be a
Yeah.
vegan in her own home, that's not necessarily cool, especially since, as it sounds like it, this is the agreement and that makes it her home as well. But I don't know. I mean, at the same time, it just feels a bit shitty on both people's sides. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
It's,
get that.
ugh, that's fucking weird. You want to know something?
Personally, I side with the guy.
I I can't. I think everyone sucks. Like, as long as if he straight up says something like "be a vegan in your own home," that's douchey on its own. Unless by
Situation right now.
what?
The uh the like some one person pays for rent, the other groceries, and then you just split up the monthly bills. Everyone should get a say in it.
That's
Is what
true.
I'm thinking. And
Yeah,
if she just completely cuts him out after he's paying majority of rent, actually no, he pays rent and everything else, and she just does groceries.
I think at the same time that means though that since everybody should have a say in all the things, that like he should still be respecting her new lifestyle, and they should like talk about what the
Or at least like
status
separate
quo.
your shit.
What?
Or at least like separate their shit. Like she
Yeah.
doesn't have to be okay with it, but it's kind of her job to
They
get
should
them the
like
food. They agreed on
reset.
it.
Yeah, sort of set up the situation. If she doesn't want meat, like her stove pans being used for meat and whatnot, it seems like it's the moral aspect of this, which
Yeah.
just goes again to like the idea of don't push your values on other people. It doesn't do anyone
Hmm.
any good. Morality is subjective or is subjective. Um, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's
I think that
like
was well said.
thanks.
I think it sums it up.
I think so. Yeah. Did I ever tell you? Like, did you know Kai's a vegan now?
Really?
He's been a vegan for a while. Well, he's not. Okay, so Kai's interesting because Kai keeps saying he's a vegan, right? Except
Hmm.
he has like he basically has his cheat days, and he also doesn't. He calls himself a vegan, but he just doesn't basically eat meat. But like at the same time, it's so weird. He doesn't like. He's got like flip floppy rules about it. I think it's just like a weird. I think it's
I
just
think
a
he's
diet.
memeing it.
What? No,
I think
he's
he's
not.
memeing it.
He legitimately is doing it. Like he's doing it for his health though, not for moral reasons, but like it seems like
Okay.
it's all like it's just a restrictive diet, but he's calling himself a vegan. It's just more funny every time we talk about because he's like, yeah, I got cheat days. I'm like, I don't know. It's really funny to me. It's still fine though. I mean, he's the fucking cook, so like, who am I to say?
I
Um,
mean, he's done well so far. He's alive, isn't
mm-hmm. Yep.
he?
Yep. So subsisting only off of marijuana.
It's a good diet.
All right. So I've got a good one, sort of. Which a lot of people. I actually completely go against the consensus that Reddit seems to have decided for this, which is: will I be the asshole if I asked my employee to poop at home? Now, as per usual, let's just dissect that title alone real quick. Like, what is your initial thought?
No.
Yeah? Just in
I
general?
feel like there should at least be a bathroom in the vicinity of where you work because, like, you can't guarantee you're not gonna have to take a shit in between or like in the middle of your shift. You know?
That's right. There is actually a law about that, I think, in a lot of places. Oh, sorry. Ooh, excuse me. I think there is a law about that in a lot of places where your workplace has to have a restroom that employees can use.
Yeah. You
But
gotta be able to drop a mean one at where you work.
you got to be able to rip a fierce one. Yeah.
You gotta be able to drop a mud monkey. You
Oh
know?
God, stop. We had a lot. We had too much anus talk last episode. Don't fucking.
Yeah, we should
Oh
dial it back.
no. So for actual context, so let me just. I think I can read this one out because I don't think it's that long.
Go for it.
Yeah. I know this might sound weird, but let me set it up. I own a small business. We have one location in a small rental space in a strip mall. There are three of us, myself and my two full-time employees. Customers are in and out all day. One of my employees is fairly new. About 3 months ago, about 3 months since I hired him. Oh, sorry. One of my employees, fairly new. It's been about 3 months since I hired him. He didn't have the it's been a, so I just kind of read that weird. He has a routine. First of all, he has a routine. Every day he goes to lunch at noon, comes back at 1, and at 2 goes into the bathroom and takes a massive stinking shit. Every single day. It makes the entire office smell like rotting flesh. Remember, small space. I don't know what it is that makes this guy's shit smell like nuclear waste. I guess he eats rotten roadkill. That's all I can surmise. It has gotten so bad that I take my lunch when I see him going towards the bathroom. But even when I get back, the office hasn't always aired out. My other employee is complaining. We've tried air fresheners, turning on the bathroom vent and never turning it off. Candles, air purifier, you name it. The shitter, that's the person, not the toilet, seems not to notice any issues, even though I've told him to open a window, etc. He doesn't take the hint. I've seen the sneers on... Oh, sorry, I'm doing this off of my phone, so it's easier now. But I flipped camera pages and it just didn't work with it. I've seen the sneers on customers' faces when they walk in and smell a fog of ass. First of all, I think we have an episode title. My God.
Fog of ass? Are you kidding me?
Beautiful term.
That's hilarious.
If it's a medical condition, I'm required to make a reasonable accommodation, but I can't figure out a way to mitigate the funk. Anyways, will I be the asshole to tell my employee he can no longer shit at work? What do you think?
I mean, this is a delicate situation.
It also seems like an almost like apocalyptic problem. Like,
Yeah.
this man covers the world in a fog of ass whenever he shits.
Honest.
I do wonder what he eats for lunch, but Bradley, I just realized. I literally, like, at the end of last question asked you, like, I was like, we should stop talking about poop. And immediately asked, are we the assholes question about poop?
Fog of ass. I know where you is.
Okay, so my problem with this is, like, they're in a strip mall. I think it would be more funny if, like, he started sending him to another another store in the strip mall to shit.
Yeah.
But, like, I guess a strip mall's tiny, right? And it's not, like, connected like a large mall. So there really isn't any other bathroom he could probably go in without, like, buying something at another store. But at the same time, my God, if this is, like, getting employee or customer complaints, like...
He needs to, like, do something different.
Especially since
change your diet, man.
It's a routine. It's a decision that he's making. There's no way in hell he's like, I perfectly have to shit. Or, like, it's a matter of, like, whatever he's eating at lunch. If he has, like, that perfect of a shitting routine. Because I kind of have a shitting routine. I feel like I do. But, like,
I think everyone has a shitting routine.
Yeah, but, like, it's dependent on my eating choices. And, like, the times I eat and how much I eat during those times. And, like, it's something I can control. Except mine isn't creating a fog of ass that's disturbing everyone in the vicinity. But I feel like because okay, so I read the thread for this a few days ago, and it was all people saying like, yes, you're the asshole. He's got to have a place to shit. Everyone shits, and I'm like, well,
I don't think so. I think he needs to figure out his anus.
yeah. I mean, if it's really this bad, because it sounds like this is really bad. And first of
Yeah.
all, if he does have a medical condition, okay. I mean, yeah, maybe there should be a thing about it, but he should have told them. Like maybe I don't know. I would hate to say before the like hiring, being hired. Like I feel like they have the right to know if this is like something that will happen and no one has control over it. Like I don't know. I think that he's not the asshole. I think the shitter.
It's completely understandable.
I think it's who knows if the shitter knows. Maybe he's nose blind to it. Maybe his entire house is covered in a fog of ass. So constantly he's become accustomed to it. Maybe he goes home, puts on a gas mask, doesn't notice. Um,
Yeah, honestly, I'd wager that's the case.
his house is a ventilated bunker from the fog of ass that has developed above it. Like it vents out the ass fog and it creates like a fucking. It
No.
kills all the plants. Like the neighbors have moved out because it's degraded the property value on all the other houses around him. Like, oh, I hate.
Dude, the air is green.
Well, I would prefer it if it was a weirder color, like something that doesn't like
Orange.
yeah, orange, bright orange. Like it's like
No, a
it's
neon orange air
oh,
color.
neon orange ass fog that's formed from this man. Sorry, I can't say ass fog. It's fog of ass.
You're
That
right.
sounds like a fucking D&D spell, or like a fantasy land. Is the bog of the ass where the ass fog gathers from all of the rest of the world. My God.
I mean, yes, but no. I don't know. I mean, ass fog could be a thing,
That's
although
true.
you kind of have to have some convincing lore behind it.
Oh, I thought you were commenting on whether it should be fog of ass or ass fog, but then you were like, nah, listen, it's gotta be proper world building. The bog of ass cannot just
Yeah.
exist for the
You
lulz.
can't- Exactly. You can't just stick it in there, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
You
There has to
gotta.
be an economy. There has to be like a reason it existed, a historical event that
Mhm.
caused the bog of ass to come into creation. You got to talk about how the
Yes.
creatures are affected, how this has like the
Mhm.
socio-economical like implications of the ass fog, like what jobs have arisen, what jobs have
Exactly.
been destroyed by the bog of ass,
Mhm.
who lives in the bog of ass, their family history. I'm just gonna. I can keep going, but this is stupid. Uh,
Yeah, I think it's all worn out now.
yeah, so I think we both agree and disagree with Reddit that uh, he's the guy is not the asshole. I don't
I
like.
don't think he is. No, I think his request is reasonable. If you're working in a small, cramped place and your dude just keeps on shitting and stinking up work, like I think it's reasonable to expect them to go at home. You
Especially if
know?
like he's coming back from lunch, right? I think
Yeah.
a deal could be struck. Like honestly, I think that especially like I think this could be profited. This guy gives this guy a special long lunch, specifically so he has time to go to wherever he's going to eat, then to home to take his magic shit, and then
Mm-hmm.
come back. And like yes, it would shift his routine because he couldn't have that like hour in between he eats and shits. He's got to be an efficient creature. Oh, sorry, almost man. I was
Yeah.
drinking this tea.
An
Making me
efficient
burp.
shitting machine.
Yeah. Ah, God. Well, like, yeah, he's gotta be. He's gotta eat when he shits. I don't know, like.
Like
um,
a deer.
do deers eat and shit at the same time?
I think. Or maybe open seasons got me on some other shit.
My God, I haven't seen open season in forever. I've actually got a whole lot of
Really?
Am I the Assholes today. But if you got something to bounce off here.
Oh no, take the reins, my man.
Okay. Because I know you don't. We, like. I think I enjoy the Am I the Assholes or finding them more than you do. You like the unpopular opinions, right? So, um,
Yeah.
okay. So I've got one that I just thought this was fun. I don't think I read this. Oh wait, actually, sorry, I'm not doing that one. Never mind. I'll come back to that. This one's real short, or should be, but the discussion might be long. So it's: Am I the asshole for not telling my son that I am dying? So first thoughts.
Okay. Let's break it down.
Mm-hmm.
How I Where do we begin?
I mean, I think, just top of your head, asshole, no asshole. Never went.
How old's the son? How old's the son?
For now, let's not even get into that. What do you think immediately, just based on this title? What are you gonna say? What do you think? What is your gut reaction?
I don't. I want to say yes.
Okay. I'm gonna say yes too. All right. Uh, there's a lot less to talk about with that title.
Let's
I'm sorry
unpack.
for like pushing that. All right. So here's the details. I have stage 4 cancer and have till the end of the year to live. It's happening, and I've accepted it. I have a 12-year-old son who is aware that first of all, little typo that makes this fun, is aware that I sick, but doesn't know the extent. He thinks I have years left when it's more like months. I haven't told him because it will break him. And right now, he's a normal 12-year-old boy. He's innocent. I'm trying to keep that going as long as possible. I'd rather have him worry about school or sports than if his dad will die tomorrow. Also, I simply do not have the strength to comfort him. I wake up a little bit more tired every morning. It sounds fucked up, but there is no clean way to do it. I wrote him a long... There's nothing there, so I I wrote him a long explaining my logic and how it's based on love. Clearly not looking for advice. I don't believe in therapy. People put way too much faith in it. So, my immediate thought is, this person could, like, stage 4 cancer. Cancer in what? That's something that I wish was here. But stage 4 cancer, and until the end of the year, like that, until the end of the year sounds like a hopeful thing. This person could straight up die, and the son would not have any idea that it was gonna happen. And from what I can tell, this is a single parent, because there's no mention of anyone else, and I feel like there definitely would
Oh
be.
no, yeah.
Like, what?
Although he might be wanting to keep that part out of it because it's just between him and the son.
It's not, though. This topic would not be just between him and the son. There's no universe where that would be left out, because
Yeah, no. If I had only like 6 months left to be with my dad, I would definitely want to know.
Mm-hmm. I think it's ridiculous too, because like the difference as well is, like, this is a 12-year-old. Like, they're not gonna come to the conclusion, like they're not gonna, like, you know, they're not gonna get it. There is probably no possibility that they can think of, like, my dad's gonna die, like, very soon. Like, they think years, right? That seems like a long time for someone that young, certainly. And so, like, with this, it's ridiculous. You can't do that. Like, that is awful. I don't think they'd be being the asshole necessarily, but it would be a really shitty thing to do. Like, I guess that's the same thing, but I don't know. It's rough. Like, I don't.
Because they could grow to hate you after that.
Yeah.
And
Not
that's
only.
way worse.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, but, like, if they are a single kid, well, not a single kid, but if the person's a single parent, like, I'm sure he has things set up for this kid, right? After he dies, right? But like
Mm-hmm.
the kid has no idea about that whatsoever right now. So that could end up just being a huge shift in his life that he had no preparation for. And that's just, I don't know, man. That sucks. Like, that's awful. The whole situation is awful. I can't, like, honestly, I sympathize with the guy because how's he going to fucking tell him, you know? But,
Yeah, it's gonna break his heart.
yeah, it's that, I don't know. There's nothing funny to come from this one. Not really. But, like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's rough. I don't, like, what would you do? Would you write something in this situation? Or would you talk to them? Like, what? Like, I don't know. That's the thing, like, that comes to my mind is, like, is this something that you feel would come better in a conversation or something that they could keep looking over and be like, oh, like, I don't know.
I think I would write my note to them immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Like as soon as I found out, I would like specify how much I loved them and like this is from me before I got the disease, before
Right.
God knows what happens. I love you guys. And
I
just
think
like these are my final words and what I want them to be.
I think though he has to give it to the kid before he dies. Well, before.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it's just I hate this. I hate it. It's so like there's nothing good to be done here. But like yeah, it would say he has to like he would be the asshole if he didn't say anything, I guess. I don't know. Maybe have somebody else explain it if they aren't a single parent. Have the other parent maybe or see if they can. But that's why I think he's a single parent because I think that would have come up, right? I didn't read the thread for this, you know, but I'm assuming it's similar to what we are. I could look at it, but the way I did this was I took screenshots of them, so I don't have the actual full Reddit thread up. I can find it, but I think it's probably going to be pretty damn similar. Yeah.
I think you covered it quite well.
Yeah. Do you want to jump off and do like a lighthearted, unpopular opinion or something, and then come back to more of these if we want to?
Sure.
Do you got something for us?
Um
I'm putting you on the spot.
Well, fine. Reddit is just as addictive and mentally harmful as many other social media sites.
Yeah, totally.
I think it's important to remember what social media sites are.
Okay. Well,
Like, it's just a collection of people with their own self-interests in mind. Nothing productive is ever going to come out of it.
hey, Riley.
Yeah.
Mind you that our whole show that we're building here is based off of looking at other people with their own
Well,
self-interests
that's
in
just
mind.
like it's an objective point of view looking at social media platforms. However, there's a lot of good that can come from it,
Right.
i.e., crowdsourcing. That is one of the greatest powers that Reddit has to offer.
Reddit?
Yeah,
I,
in
sure.
particular.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Wait, crowdsourcing. I thought you said crowdfunding. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute.
No.
Go on, ready. Give me money, bitches. I need it. PayPal me here. That'll happen on Reddit. No, I guess like I would garner to say that it's not as bad as a lot of sites, because I think what's addictive about like when we talk social media addiction, I think a lot of people are talking about like scrolling through like posts on Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat like stories really quickly and looking at images and what other people are doing. But with Reddit, you're
I'm
like
much
reading
you're
shit
more
that people are
engaged.
creating, and it's more yeah. And you participate in these a lot longer and like less one-sided conversations.
Mhm.
I think all in all, it's the same thing, right? But like, I think there's
I
more.
imagine a social media addiction. I'm going to use Instagram as an example. I think the addiction, at least part of it, could stem from the need to like for approval from others, how many likes and how many follows you have, and ultimately that ends up meaning more than anything else. And I think Reddit's different in that way,
Yeah.
which is nice.
I well, like yeah, I'll talk about somebody I think has a social media addiction, and it's a really interesting one to me. I have a friend who, well, we're not really close anymore, but like I had a friend who I think she still does this. She posts a post on Facebook like once every few hours. And she doesn't get like a lot of feedback on them because she doesn't like have too many friends on Facebook or like people who look at that stuff, but she still posts like one every few hours. And I don't know exactly what drives it. I think it's this sort of sense of um I think some of it might be like
It's not
putting,
happening if I'm not recording.
yeah, or maybe like adding some sense of like productivity to like something with less
Hmm.
productivity. Like I'm playing with my cat, but now it's like important because I've posted about it. Um, and I don't know, it's weird. It's like I don't hate it, or I don't think I think it is unhealthy to a certain extent, but I think it's like it isn't necessarily terrible, but like I don't know, man.
It's not my cup of tea for sure. I never got into especially Facebook. Like I was on it when I was younger, and it was like this is kind of cool, and then I just didn't like it because I'm
Yeah,
not really a
well,
crowd person.
I mean, I think the thing that irritated me most about Facebook, and I guess it still does, um, I remember like I had a lot of friends who would like invite me to do farm bill stuff or something when I was younger. I'm like, I'm not fucking interested. That's what, or like
You didn't
would
want to play Farmville with them, Max? What
of
the
course
heck?
not, or would poke me, and I'm like, what does this even? What, like, send me a fucking message. Like, tell me what you want. Like, I don't know. It's so dumb. Um,
It's just meaningless. You poke someone.
I think I do have one fond memory from Facebook where I was on a chat with a group of friends and we would like send. It was one that lasted for like years, but it's no different from like a group on Snapchat or just a group text. Like
Yeah.
that stuff I don't think of really as social media. I think that's just the same as texting, but it's on the social media side at that point. So I don't know. That's weird. It's like social media is such a weird thing. In a way, I think it's worse, like, than some more addictive drugs. It's so
Yeah,
egregious.
well, it degrades your confidence in yourself too. It's one of
Mm-hmm.
those because like drugs, you at least have some semblance of like who you are at when you come out of it. Like you had a previous life, but like social media being getting a fuckload of hate and all at once can be like it can destroy people.
Not only that, but people are exposed to it at such a young age now. Like, it's
Hmm.
just like it's silly. I I don't know. It's like how do you know yourself before social media at that point? Like
Yeah.
I feel like even especially with our generation, but for me like I always feel pretty alien when I'm out and about and people are like talking about or when I see other people's like Snapchat activity, especially like scores cuz it's like I text a lot of people on Snapchat, right? But I don't have like ridiculous scores that some people I know do on Snap. I'm like, first of all, why put a score on a goddamn texting app? Second of all, how do you do that? Like, how do you spend that much time on this app? It's I don't know. It's something so ridiculous to me. And like I don't agree that technology and social media are bad things, and I don't agree like that. I don't have that whole like. Back in my day, we used to send letters and walk to people's houses to say words, and like to a certain
But I
extent.
mean, we did.
Well, I mean, we didn't really, you and I, but no, but there's something still about it, right? Like, I remember back when we were really young, we had you, me, and I think your sister and Zach had walkie
Mm.
talkies.
Oh my
Um,
god,
that we all had them hooked up to each other,
that
and
was a time.
back in between, like we could all like we would be in our houses and it would connect to each of us and it would be really cool. And like nowadays, there would be no fucking like. I mean, that would still be kind of fun, cause like, I don't know, it sounds fun, right? But at the same time, like, it's
Whispering in your
complete.
ear while you're asleep.
It's yes.
Max, it's okay.
Though at the same time, it would be gotten rid of by the of the walkie-talkie
Oh
being
my
like, "You've
god,
got
yeah.
like it's somebody's talking now." Like,
You got mail.
I think it'd be really funny if everybody just got beepers. But
Dude, do you remember those pens in elementary school that you could send messages with? I think you won them
what
at
are
like the
you?
Scholastic book thing.
What are you talking about?
You didn't have those? Oh my goodness. It was like a niche event, dude.
What? What do you mean send
Um,
messages? You mean write things? It's a fucking pen,
no, no,
Riley.
no, no. It was an electric pen and it had like a little screen on it and you could send like short sentences to people who had the same ones.
That's actually kind of rad.
Yeah, and that was back in like third grade
That's
days.
really dope.
Lawless third graders had that.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like that. But like, I guess with social media, it's just like I think the biggest problem, like one of the things that still bothers me today, is TikTok and Musically, and I know I have friends that I respect quite a bit who spend time on this stuff, you know, but at the same time, like
Hmm.
it's treated at this like people can get famous and make money off of this shit when all it is like lip syncing or dancing to somebody else's music on a like
Oh yeah. There's
on
no
a
rhyme or reason for
vertically held
copyright.
iPhone video, which is like an old broken taboo. Like that's awful. I don't know. It's just it's so pointless. And like I remember, what was it Zach and I, my friend, our friend Zach, he and I used to have a YouTube channel when we were really young, and I actually wanted him to record me lip syncing. Uh, what was it? It was by Cascade. It was Evacuate the Dance Floor. I wanted him to record me lip syncing it because I thought it looked really good and weird. But like my 10-year-old self was like, that's not like, I'm not making anything. Like, that's not creative, really. Or, like, it's not even parody. It's just at that point, it's just someone
I
else's
wish
work
you would have made it,
and
dude.
me reacting to it. I'm sure I did. I just don't think I
That
uploaded it.
sounds hilarious.
Yeah, it's just
Find
me
it,
standing
please.
dimly lit in the office while lip syncing,
Oh my
perfectly,
goodness.
mind you, perfectly lip syncing, Evacuate the Dance Floor while maybe dancing. I still think I was perfect at that. I knew that song. But, like, at the same time, like, now, the fact that now that's something that you can make money off of and get famous by doing. Like, what was it? We played a TikTok. Somebody did a speech by TikTok in my comm class, and it was a good speech. Um, but like they showed a clip of like this guy doing like a Fortnite dance while Kim Kardashian was in the video. I'm like, man, this guy got some like celebrity who's actually done stuff, you know, and put time and effort
Hmm.
into shit to come and join their TikTok video. And I'm like, just by like being popular by doing like Fortnite dances or whatever, like it
It's
just
kind of cringy.
yeah. Well, one, yeah, of course it is. But like that's not even a thing. I like that, like cringy. I guess completely. Like I don't know if I believe in the term
Yeah, let's
cringy.
not
Really, I
use
think that
that.
has to do with your own self esteem. But like,
Yeah.
but like, at the same time, it's like it's not. There's nothing there. Like it's just absurd to me that like 10-year-old me was like, yeah, that's stupid. Like that's not me putting effort into something. I might as well not even put this out there. Like unless I'm like yes, I can lip sync this song because I've
So
memorized it. But like
10-year-old you was better
10-year-old me
than
knew
the
better.
internet today.
Yeah, 10-year-old me, not even the internet. This is like general society, like of our generation. You know, like
Max is peak human.
it's shut up.
Oh, this is it. I found it. I found it.
What do you mean?
The pen. This is what it looked like. It was the coolest thing since sliced bread.
That looks like a goddamn doctor's thermometer. Like I didn't
It
click.
does.
That just looks. That's a fucking thermometer.
No,
It's
it's a
even got
pen.
the
It's a
vent to
cap.
it.
It's no. What, Max? Zoom in.
Now, Riley, I am looking at it. Yes, it says messenger pen, but what's in the case is a thermometer. I know what it is. I'm just messing with you. It
Okay.
looks exactly like it. But yeah, no, like I don't know, man. Like I don't know if it's. I think I might just be an old man at heart or something. But like, there's
Me
something about that
too.
stuff that just like it
I don't
should
get it. I don't
shouldn't
vibe with
exist.
it.
And I know some people that like think are great people and who are into that stuff. Like Simon, we had on last episode. Like I don't. Is he actually into TikTok? Because he talks about musically in TikTok, and I know he's made some.
You know, Simon's one of those people who walk a line.
I thought he was like kind of doing it ironically at one point, but at the
Yeah,
same time, I don't
he
know.
definitely does it ironically, but then sometimes he just goes too far in, and then
It's
he's like,
irony.
"Screw it, I'll
It's
commit."
irony mixed with legitimate enjoyment, and I think that's the way to enjoy a lot of things.
I think it is. Yeah, it works well.
But like,
He's always got a smile
I
on his
respect
face.
Simon. Of course I do. And that's where it's like it's weird because I just don't get why anybody finds this so ridiculous. And I think it could be fun for little things. I think if it were something that no one was like making massive amounts of money off of, like it'd
Oh
be
yeah,
fine.
it'd be
You know?
fine. But like people are capitalizing on this and they're making money from this stupid content and then they hold it up to such a high standard.
Also,
And if you can't do this, then you're not popular,
isn't
you
quite a
know?
bit of it like violating copyright? Because like they're
Oh,
profiting
for sure.
off of these
Yeah.
like this stuff that's not remotely theirs. Like it's weird.
Ooh, Max, this week I wanted to bring up a somber uh topic, and that is the coronavirus.
We talked about that last
Uh
week.
yeah, we talked, or maybe I said it in passing a couple of weeks ago,
Do we
but
want
I
to
did
talk
want to.
about it more a little bit? Because we can.
Well, just like the spread and like what we should do to keep ourselves safe from it. And
Nothing,
like, because
Riley.
we have a 98% chance of survival.
Yeah.
Like,
Do
we're
you want to
good.
know why we should do nothing? Because the symptoms are similar to the common flu, and it's in like hardly anywhere in the U.S. And the only people like dying or really being affected from it are people who have like other things going on. Like there's nothing like it's not a big deal. Not here at least. Maybe I'm just blowing it, minimizing it a little much, but like everybody's talking about it and it feels a bit weird. I'm a negative guy today.
Well, I mean, I think now, I'm no conspiracy theorist, but things have lined up all too well for China right now. Think about it. The Hong Kong riots. Everything's looking bad for China. The next
What are
week,
you
they're the
saying?
victims.
What are you saying?
I'm
Well,
just
okay, no, 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 no,
saying
no, no,
it's a
no,
little too convenient.
no, no, no. Stop. Wait one sec, Riley. The people in the Hong Kong riots, China's the victims in that situation too. It's the government that's not.
Yeah,
So like the people are
I'm
still
talking
the
about the
victims.
Chinese government. Yeah.
Are the Chinese government suffering any more than the people from the coronavirus?
Well, no, but they're getting bad publicity and they don't like that.
That's true.
But the coronavirus is something to take the eyes off of. I'm just saying, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's all too like convenient.
Ironically, I think I'm probably the person who I know who's been affected like the only person I know who's been affected most by the coronavirus is me because I was excited for Outer Worlds to come to Switch, but it got delayed from releasing 2 days ago
Oh yeah,
because of the coronavirus, because of
They
production in
shut everything
China.
down.
Yeah. So like that's silly. And I'm not even like thinking it's ridiculous about it. I'm just like, damn.
Lead developer dies. Outer Worlds gets deleted.
No, that's not I've never played Outer Worlds and I haven't looked up anything about it cuz I was waiting for the Switch version. I actually own it, I think, on like Game Pass or something, but I've never played it. I don't even know if it's good, but I'm hyped to play it on Switch cuz I've heard the port's decent. But that's enough of that. I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about regarding coronavirus?
If you have the sniffles, don't see your grandparents.
Oh yeah, that's actually a legitimate thing. Cause like, I think the only people
Yep.
who've died in the U.S. have been old people
Yep.
to
Heart
coronavirus.
and lung problems.
Right, which
Oh,
I probably the
old
flu would have
people.
also done that.
Old people.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a silly thing to get so worked up over,
It
but
is, but it's also like we could, if it. So say the situation like it's Plague Inc. If it just upped severity right now, it'd be real bad.
right. Or if
And I
like,
think that's what everyone's stressing over.
or if countries dropped their the inward outward sort of quarantine that a lot of places are having right now.
Mhm.
Um, like if they dropped it and it suddenly became this big thing and then sort of evolved, like it would suck,
It
you
could be
know? Like
nasty.
I think that there is real concern that should be had in specific areas of the world right now over it. I just don't think the US is one of those areas.
Yeah, I want to get back to the injustice. Okay, Hong.
Are we going to talk
You
about the
can
Hong Kong riots?
I just want to see if there's any news posted on them
Okay.
lately. Don't mind me. You can bring up the next topic.
Sure. I don't know too much about them. I just know I remember the South Park episodes. Um, no, I like. Oh wait, that was just about China and censorship, which I guess Hong Kong riots is also about. Um, but I don't know too much about it.
Wow.
Okay, I got one. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do this one because uh, it's more bathroom stuff, and I think we've done a little much of that, given both last week's. Though I think they both got some fun stuff about it, but like, geez. All right, I got one. Uh, am I the asshole for naming my son Harry Potter?
Hell no.
Fucking really, Riley? You're saying hell
Dude,
no?
he just gave his son the name of a main character. All of their Toms and Johns are gonna be making fun of him, but they're gonna be jealous.
Really? that
That's what I'd lead
it's
with.
it's giving no. There's no. When you do that to your kid, then they're like, somebody can be talking about Harry Potter, and they're gonna be like me, and then they'll be no, the massively popular franchise that we're all into. Like,
At least they're not named panties, and I believe some man in Mexico named
my
their
name
kid
is
that.
Pontes.
Someone with that name definitely would talk like
Hello,
that.
my name is Pontes. I'll be your McDonald's associate today. Um, God, I
Can I
love
take your
Pontes
order?
already.
Panties.
It's got like a doctorate in like social sciences or something. I don't know. My name is Dr. Pontes McGee. Not McGee. I can't can't be McGee. Okay,
I feel like
so
McGee's a bit overused.
so a lot of people. This person was already decided on by Reddit that they are the asshole, but the actual description and everything is really interesting to me. So I'm gonna get started on that. Um, so the first thing is, can y'all at least glance at the edit before commenting, since it's a part of the post? This person was like defensive about it. Okay, so I took my husband's last name when I married him. His last name is Potter. We've been married for 10 years and have recently had our first child. Originally, the plan was to call our future son Louis. Louis Michael. Or Louis Michael. Not Louis. Louis Michael. My husband's middle name being Michael, Louis being a name we both liked. However, during my pregnancy, my dad passed away tragically and unexpectedly. He had been having abdominal pain and fatigue for some months, and we begged him to get treatment, but he didn't. He ended up having an erotic aneurysm. Not an erotic aneurysm. I meant an aortic. That's the like, yeah,
Oh,
an aortic
erotic. Got
aneurysm
it.
behind the wheel of his car. He made impact with a traffic pole, but he was dead before impact. Oh God, that's awful. Actually, it destroyed me. We were incredibly close, and his death ended up causing my pregnancy to go from easy and calm to high risk. I'm still mourning him. It's been 4.5 months, and I'm still not over it. My dad's name was Harry. And conveniently, his middle name was also Michael. I wanted to honor my father by calling my son after him. But that would mean his name is Harry Potter. Anyway, I decided to not let the book series and movies rule my emotions and decision. And my lovely little boy, with big blue eyes and bright red hair, is called Harry Michael Potter. He's only been about... Fuck, I hate the way I decided to do this today. I just switched my photo and then it wasn't lined up again because fuck. Okay, there we go. He's only been around for about 3 weeks, or he's only about 3 weeks old, and we're totally in love. And he's a decent little dude. We'll probably end up keeping him. Whoa, hold on.
Wait a minute.
This is a new fucking development. You were planning.
Events have unfolded.
I think that's just a joke, but I had a professional photo of him taken and formed into a birth announcement, which I sent out via USPS and later put onto Facebook.
Good postal service.
Being a birth announcement, Harry's full name is on the announcement. I've been getting an unending amount of ridicule and shaming from people for calling my son Harry. To add insult to injury, one of my so-called friends shared the birth announcement with a meme page, and now I'm getting it from everywhere. My husband and I love the name. There's no question of keeping it. But I'm at the point where I'm considering asking my husband if he would mind if we changed Harry's last name to my maiden name. So he'd be Harry Michael Vaughn, which is, to be fair, a dope name. Like, Vaughn.
It's not a bad name.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think it's actually my first time reading all the way through this. Okay. Where did it go? Okay. I'm pretty sure he'd agree, since he's getting annoyed too. The worst is the shaming online. Y'all know the toxic culture of Facebook and mom groups. I'm having people accuse me of child abuse, people saying I need to have the authorities, CPS, whatever, called on me. So, what do you think? Because I got a lot to say on it, but I want to hear your input because I've been talking a lot.
Well, I think it's pretty cut and dry. I mean, like, obviously she's not in the wrong, and anyone with half a brain would realize that.
Really?
Well, of course.
So...
I would say naming your kid Harry Potter after, and it just lines up, that's kind of neat. And why would you change that because other people don't like it, you know?
So, okay, that's not... Okay, so you're right. I don't think for me, that's not the reason she shouldn't do this. Like, I think this actually lines up perfectly with what we've talked about social media addiction. She shouldn't have put the birth announcement on Facebook. I think she should have sent it to people real close. Like, it's the whole thing with, like, if we didn't talk about it, it didn't happen, you know? Like, it didn't... It's now everywhere online because you wanted to... I mean, I guess... I don't know. It's weird. I guess at the same time wanting to share that, like, with your friends and public as well is... Like, you just had a kid. That's something to celebrate. It's understandable. But at the same time, this whole thing and the way you're affected by it is because you keep, like, you're paying attention to it. And, like, you can get mad. You know what? Here's the thing. She can, like, straight up get that post taken down, the meme page one, because the person who did it took someone else's kid and put it out publicly for ridicule, which is, I think, actually illegal.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think that is legitimately not okay.
That's a no-no, isn't that?
Yeah, that you can't do that for somebody else's kid. Like, it's just not. It's not. Like, it is 100% not something you're, like, supposed to do. And you can get, like, real big trouble for that, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. But I think you can. So, like, even, what is it, YouTube? Every time we upload this video, it gives me a message. Does a kid appear in this video? Like,
really?
Yeah, it does. It asks me, it's like, are you sure if a kid appears in this video? Is it your kid, you know? Are you the kid? That's what it's implying. Like, and to a certain extent, I get it, right? Like, it's one thing, you know, to make fun of a kid, like somebody's kid or something in your own private life, but to put it on, like, Reddit or something and like put a picture of that kid, like that is straight up not okay. Like I'm gonna say it right now, especially if they're that young. But here's the thing. Here's why I think this is bad of the parent. And I think especially now it's bad. That kid is gonna that kid is gonna have some difficulties. Like no matter what, they are setting him up to have to deal with that shit. And like even me, like I don't like my last name because I have to explain why it's pronounced the way it is and whatnot and how to pronounce it to people. But like this kid is gonna have to be like, well, my mom's father died and she wanted to name me after her father. And it just so happened that my last name was Potter. Little kids, like in elementary school and middle school, are not gonna fucking, one, listen to that and, like, actually, like, take it in their mind.
Yeah.
Two, they're not gonna care. Also, this kid is now, there is a ridiculing meme on the internet about their kid's name that just he will find things when he is young or when he gets older. Like he is set up for immediate shit. Like this is not
what
good.
Are our kids gonna find on us?
That's fine. That's different, Reilly. This is a kid who grows up and finds out that he already has a picture of him online that's making fun of him. Like, people were making fun of him before he could even register that was a thing. Like, that is, like, the cruelest thing. Like, if I was a fucking 6-year-old and then looked up that there was, like, a baby picture online of me and people were like, look at this little shit. He looks so fucking stupid. Like, that would be fucking heartbreaking. Because it's like, I had no control over that. I was being made fun of before I was fucking able to be conscious of that.
Before you were born, yeah.
Well, not before he was born, Reilly. It's a picture of him. But yes, before he was like.
Wait, so she didn't post it before? I thought it was a.
It was a birth announcement.
Oh no, after. Okay, gotcha.
But like,
gotcha,
it's still before he can even be like, "Hey, I want that picture up there." Hey, I want like that's fine, you know. Babies shouldn't like. It's your kid,
well, just
right?
ask your kid if you want to post your kid's picture.
But like in this case, like since it's already like it's not her fault. Her friend straight up was like a shit. You know, like the friend sucks. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt about that. Her friend made a meme out of her baby. Like that sucks. But still, my God, like this, I hate this. Like she should change it, and it's good that she wants to change it. I don't know. Did that change your opinion whatsoever on it? Because
no, I still think that it's a fine name, and that kid's gonna get along in life regardless.
Okay,
he's gonna be fine.
I guess like in my situation, like I think if it were more subtle, it would be okay. Like for me, my initials spell mad.
Yeah,
and
the meme didn't hurt.
Yeah, like
the meme didn't help.
No, it's awful. But like his name is straight up Harry Potter, and he doesn't like. That's fine, you know. Like little kids might even forget that that's his last name, like when they first hear it when he's young. But like, it's still really like immediate, right? Like for me, like what was it? My parents, my middle name was made so I would be Mad Max, because both my parents love Mad Max. I love the Mad Max franchise, and I like the Mad Max franchise too. But like it's subtle, right? And so like it's not something people are gonna like even if people ridiculed me for it, which I don't think there was ever gonna be a situation like that. Like, it's such a subtle thing that, like, it's something that I have to tell people this. This kid has this situation where he can't... It's not a matter...
It's not a choice.
It's not a choice, you know? It's like naming your white kid Darshikius the Destroyer and then, like, sending him out in the world.
Yeah, but you're actually going to do that, though, aren't you?
I am? No.
Yeah. No? Wow.
I don't know. It sucks. There was another. Yeah. There's all these posts of like, should I name my kid Batman? Like, no. Fuck off. Don't name your kid Batman. It's not because of what.
You have to ask.
What fucking Digimon should I name my kid after? Like,
I like the red one.
I like Agumon.
I like Bakugan.
I'll name him after Mecha Evolved Wolfazard. I don't know any Digimon names, but like,
Oh, so okay. Forever ago, I met this couple, and their last name was Ranger, and they were gonna have a kid. And I'm like,
no,
you
no.
know, I don't want to be that guy, but you guys are in a unique position where you have the opportunity to name your kid Red Power Ranger, and Red's like an actual name.
So I wanna get on that subject though. Like that's another problem with this whole thing. That kid is gonna grow up being like, I'm not the Red Ranger. My name's the Red Ranger, but I'm not.
Imposter.
He's like, I'm not Harry Potter. Like, I'm just
They'll
that's
never
my
love
name.
me like they love the Red Ranger.
Exactly. Like kids are gonna keep comparing. Like you're not as hot as Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter. Like, yeah, God, I hate it.
Yeah, I mean he'll be forever, you know, compared to
He'll be
Daniel
living in the
Radcliffe.
shadow of a fictional like protagonist.
But we don't know how long Harry Potter's going to stick around.
I think it's like Star Wars at this point. It's not going away.
Yeah,
I don't think the last
J.K.
two
Rowling.
like I don't think what is that? I don't think Crimes of Grindelwald or whatever Grindelwald or whatever it was named was not Grundelwald, was it? It can't be.
Grindelwald.
I don't think Crimes of Grindelwald like did very well. Like I don't think critics liked it and people liked it that much. But like, my God, Harry Potter is never going away. Are you kidding me?
It's a cash cow, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And I'm not saying it should go away. I like Harry Potter to a certain extent, right? But like, I don't know, man. Like I don't think it's going away. And this kid's already alive, Riley. He's growing up. He's moving. The wheels have started on this Harry Potter, this new Harry Potter.
He's alive.
Yeah, he's
living with us right now. Harry Potter is here. You may not have the scar tattoo.
Harry Michael
but
Potter.
our savior has come.
Yeah, I hate it.
I think that's just hilarious. I'm so glad they did that. Someone had to, you know.
No.
Yeah.
And there's no
What do
doubt.
you mean, no?
There's no situation where this is the one kid who's been named Harry Potter.
Well, yeah. But it's the one I know of now.
You know, they should have named him Artemis Fowl. Like,
oh, those were... I read, like, the first couple of books when I was
you know,
younger.
there's
and I really liked
a
them.
live action series or movie coming out for it soon.
Oh, no.
I never got into them, but like, I feel like that's a series you could get away with naming your kid, and people would be like, or little
Artemis would
kids
be a
would.
dope name.
People, yeah, Artemis is a fucking awesome name. Like,
For sure.
a lot of A names are really dope.
Yeah.
People just
Sure,
gotta
we'll go
start
on with
naming
an A
people
name.
after like household objects.
Well, I want to give my kid, like, an A name just so they can be first in line and shit in, like, elementary school.
Oh my God, you're strategizing. You're metagaming.
Yeah, dude, I
You're
hated...
metagaming.
I hated waiting
You're metagaming
forever.
your child's
'Cause
life.
I'm at the end of the fucking alphabet, though.
Doesn't it go by? Don't most? But that's like a lottery because a lot of schools can go by last names too, right? So you got to kind of be careful.
Yeah, fucking AA, dude.
Your last name does not start with an A.
I mean...
It doesn't, Riley.
It could. Silent A.
Okay. Wow, that would be a really big, kind of extremely well kept secret of you to hide from me for all these years.
Honest, imagine having a silent letter in your last name.
Never
You just never
well,
told
that's
anybody.
fine. Just never, like, you would just never write your name in front of me, your last name. I would never be able to
And then
see
just
your last name written on anything. There's no
pull the
fucking.
rug out from under you at, like, oh my god.
That would be fucking
We've known
amazing.
each other how long? That'd be the greatest bamboozle of my life.
Yeah, that'd be like if Gavin Gavin was like, no, my first name actually starts with a fucking J. But
Yeah, it's pronounced Gavorivian.
yeah, we just it's Swedish, I guess. Like,
Probably.
That would be so. Or if I was like, yeah, there's actually a silent I at the end of my name. God damn, it
I've got a
sucks.
silent PT in front of my name.
That's a lot to like.
How? Okay, what letters can you get away with being silent though? Because
Any with a name, you can spell a name
yeah,
however you want.
so I could throw a 4 in there,
That's not a letter, Riley. You just said
but
how many
theoretically,
letters or what letters.
yeah. But
Four
could
is
I
not a
throw a
letter.
4 in there?
You could not put a number 4. Oh no, that's gonna happen though. There's gonna be people who start naming their kids, like the way you name your fucking username.
Oh
Like
no!
with like
XXX Blood Slayer is going to be in my kid's classroom.
that's not what I meant, but that person exists. Like there's no way. The Legend 27 has returned to the high
Big
school
Buffet
reunion.
Boy 85.
Yeah, I meant more like spelling like replacing vowels with certain numbers that sort of look like it. You know what I mean?
Oh, oh my goodness.
It's gonna happen. That's like a realistic. That's like a realistic progression, especially like if our generation doesn't like grow up like whatsoever. Like, I hate this.
I don't have faith in any of our generation growing up.
Yeah, it's weird, huh? Well, Riley, I think actually you and me. I think, cause what is it? We're not the current or what most people like around our age are because like we're cut off. We're the cutoff. We're millennials still. Because we
Oh
were
yeah,
near the end of 2000, so like most
we're
people
the
like
in between.
yeah. Well, we're millennials, and then like the current isn't millennial. It's like Generation Z or something. What is it? I don't know what it's called. Hope it's not Generation Z. That's setting us up for zombies. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Coronavirus and zombies, dude. Just you
Yeah.
wait.
What if that's the secret? That's like, what if we're making fun of coronavirus now, and then it's
But
just,
then zombies?
do you think zombies would even like? It would become like an internet thing before it became a real danger, probably. Which I think is the
It would
funniest.
be meme to hell, and then everyone would freak out.
Yeah, zombies would be meme to shit. I don't. I hate it. I don't know, man.
Oh, I find it so funny.
Do you have any unpopular opinions? Because I didn't get any. I just have a bunch of assholes.
Barbecue Pringles are the best Pringles.
I don't eat Pringles whatsoever.
What about a paste that's been ovened or cooked at a certain temperature is not appealing to you?
What? What did you
You know
say?
how Pringles are made? I attempted to say something and then failed completely, so I'm gonna go to a different thing.
Riley, I'm
Um,
sorry I couldn't build off of your Pringles opinion. I don't eat that many chips. I'm so sorry.
What the heck? You don't snack as much? I mean, it makes sense, I guess.
I snack, but I eat a lot of chocolate. I eat a lot of chocolate, and I eat a lot of I don't know. I snack, but I just don't snack on chips. I'm not your Doritos Mountain Dew gamer over here.
Well, why not? Do you not have the funds? Are you not funded by Red Bull? Sponsored?
Riley, my
No
life is.
sponsorship?
I don't know if I've told you. My life is actually sponsored by Jif Peanut Butter.
I actually want that sponsorship, though.
Jif.
I'm being
Peanut
real
Butter?
with you. Yeah, dude, we're out of peanut butter. I could use some more.
Me too. I'm actually in a situation where I have peanut butter, but I have no bread or like anything to put in it. So it's just there
Dude,
taunting
come
me.
over. I've got bread.
I'm in a different state.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's true. No, like, oh no, I don't know, man. It's sorry, I literally was going nowhere with that. You said you have another one. Did you want to hit us with it?
Start throwing some unpopular opinions out there?
Yeah, throw them at me. Fucking hit me. Do it.
Okay, give me a sec. Let me
Attack me with
stretch.
your
It's
opinions.
always a good idea to get up and move around and stretch your wrists. Remember to do that.
I've been
To anyone who's listening,
in the same position
it's a good habit to get into.
for the past hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, every maybe hour and a half, get up, move your wrists around. Don't get that carpal tunnel because the surgery sucks.
Have you gotten surgery
And
on your
let's
wrists?
face it. No, but I've seen the surgery happen to, I think it was my uncle, and it didn't look like it felt good. So
Shit. Okay.
yeah, so if that isn't a deterrent,
Hey, Riley. I know you're stalling for time here, but your PSA
Oh, yeah, no, my
about
bad.
physical activity.
Hey, dude, I actually kind of got into the PSA. Not gonna lie.
It was fun. I liked it.
Okay, here we go. People may hate the spelling and grammar police, but speaking for myself, your lack of writing skills interferes with my interest in what you're saying. By Jordan 31483.
Huh. I don't know what to say, because on one hand I'm like, well, I don't like looking at people's like papers or like essays or like any posts that have like a ton of grammar issues, but like I don't care how people talk, you know, in real life, like in person.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I'd say I care to a certain extent. I need people who can follow what I'm saying, and like if they don't get some of the bigger words, I'm probably not going to be around them for a while. I mean, okay.
Well, Riley, it's okay. Your
Hayden,
dubious
one of my friends,
extemporaneous
he
conversations.
He's not good at like texting, but his verbal use of the English language is actually pretty good. So
Yeah.
we're fine. It's just some people it peeves out more than others. No, I figured it was good to bring up for the grammar
He
police.
has a very expansive vocabulary full of extemporaneous, dubious diction and whatnot.
You see, now he wouldn't have even hesitated like you did. He would have said it all really fast. 'Cause
That's
he's
true.
Just that good at English.
He isn't though. Like he really isn't. What are you talking about? I love him. Don't. Oh, dude. Oh man. Like. Hold on. I actually have a story. I have a story I want to talk about because you brought up Hayden. Unless you have a problem with that. Unless we want to talk more about grammar police.
What's your opinion on narking?
On what? On narking?
Mm-hmm.
I think it totally depends on the situation. I think there's no.
Yeah. So if there's police involved, do you believe that someone should like?
No. So like I don't know. I think it depends on like what the person's doing. Like if it's a victimless crime or like if it's something like narking isn't necessarily like are you fuck I'm just saying like a lot. Jesus.
Well, before we answer that question, I have another question for you.
Jesus, Riley.
Let's say you dabbled in some illegal activity and got caught, and in order to reduce your sentence, they offered you the option to give up whoever your accomplices were. Do you do it for a reduced sentence?
What's the hypothetical crime?
Let's say bank robbery. The other two got away free. It was a 3-man job.
Don't narc because the other two can pay your bail.
Yeah, actually.
If it's fucking bank robbery, they probably got away free with money, right? So.
Yeah, but wouldn't they be able to trace that money?
Launder it.
It's the government.
Launder it.
More illegal stuff.
Get them to launder it. And I have a lot of friends who are like,
might as well launder.
I have a lot of friends who are into accounting. Like, well, into accounting is a weird thing to say. Like good with numbers and studying accounting. So like, yeah, I mean, any good accountant can launder money, I think. I don't know. I'm talking TV and fiction, but like I don't actually know. But like no, like totally. Wow. Can we stop it for a moment just to acknowledge that I said like no, but like totally.
Yeah, no,
That was
you
awful.
definitely. That
Um,
was like four filler words just
yeah,
crammed
that was
together.
awful. Um, no, I think yeah, they launder it. They pay me off, or they pay my bail. So obviously they're going to be suspicious, right? If they are paying my
Hmm.
bail and it looks like that, that's fine. If the laundering is properly done, I don't know. They might still be able to get me out like before they can actually uh, trace it or lead anything to actually get those other people. I guess. I don't know. And then I'd be out for a bit on bail and be able to figure things out from there. I don't know. I don't know too much about the legal system in every state. So if you're talking Alaska, you can totally get away with it. All right, Relish.
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell my
Deep in
story.
thought.
I'm gonna tell my story now if you want. It came
Go
up. It's
for it.
really funny. So, uh, our friend Hayden and I were driving around one night, and we were just driving around and talking, and it was pretty late at night. We had gone on a short hike, sort of. Not really a hike, but we had climbed up this rock slide in this place that was full of like a bunch of abandoned shit, kind of. It was sort of broke. Like somebody had gone out and fired some like a shotgun and like some other stuff at like this barbecue thing. They had just gone out to destroy shit, and fireworks were launched out in this area in the past and whatnot. And we climbed up this rock slide. And when we were driving around afterwards, we it got pretty late, and we were just way out the road, and we were just talking, and we get a text from Simon that says, or we get a call from Simon who is demanding McDonald's chicken McChicken. I guess he's just demanding this McDonald's, right? Um, And so we're like, Hayden and I look at each other, and because of the nature of our relationship and what we were like, we were just chilling out. We both had the same thought of like, we have to get him this McDonald's. Like, it
Yeah,
doesn't matter how
it's
much
a
work it's.
mission.
What?
It's a mission.
Yeah, it was a mission. We're like, we have to do it. We're like, okay, the McDonald's where we're at, since it's in Alaska, it's not open 24/7. It closes at 1 or 1:30. We are like a 30-minute drive, 40-minute drive away. So we're on these like outback roads, and Hayden just slams on the gas. And we're going like 100 miles an hour to get to this McDonald's to get our either extremely tired or inebriated friend McDonald's. And so we just get there. We fucking just haul ass. And we find out after we get to the McDonald's that we didn't have to do that. That they actually closed a half hour different from what we thought. And so we had like done something not cool. Like we were booking it real bad. And so we get his McDonald's and we head over to Simon's place. And we get out, and Simon is I don't remember if he was just really tired or high or something. But Simon is acting strange, and he comes out and he's wanting the McDonald's, and he's acting super grateful that we brought him the McDonald's. And then he hugs us, and we talk to him. So Hayden and I had a conversation on this ride, a joke topic. We were saying, so you can compress carbon and turn it into diamond, theoretically, right? Under enough pressure?
Mm-hmm.
So we were thinking, could you do that with semen? If it's got a lot of carbon in it, could you do it with human semen? And yes, I said that weird because
Okay, so all natural, or are we allowed to like fuck with the contents of it?
I don't know. Only the outcome mattered as the jizz diamond. So we talked to Simon, and we're like, I bring up this idea. I'm like, hey, what if we did this? Would this work? And this was, I don't remember when this is. It was probably like a year and a half ago when we did this. I was like, well, would this work? And he's like, whoa, that's like a galaxy rose. And Hayden and I, like, and then he just went back inside after grabbing his food. Hayden and I are standing there, and we get in the car, and we're like, the fuck's a galaxy rose? And how is it even remotely related to a diamond made of semen? And why did, like, extremely out of it and tired Simon, first of all, like, what? How did he draw this conclusion? And we look up a galaxy rose, and it's like a specific formation of galaxy. And so we're thinking, we're like, whoa, first of all, how did like, completely out of it Simon, like, remember this term for a specific type of galaxy? Two, how did he draw the conclusion that it had anything to do with the diamond made of semen? And there was just so much there, and I don't remember why I brought this up. I think it was because you brought up Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
It was really funny, though, because I don't know, it was just stupid. The Galaxy Rose Semen Diamond
our
thing.
adventures.
Yeah.
The jizz diamond is an intriguing idea, though.
Is it now? I need to get
Well,
some water. There we go.
yeah, to an extent.
I just drank from a LaCroix. I don't know how old it is. I just didn't want to get up. So, that's great. It's really, really stale LaCroix. That's fine. All right.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. Ugh. I need more in me. Jesus.
You know, I don't know. I don't have anything else to talk about this week.
Okay. I can end us off on one more Am I the Asshole?
Yes. Run it by me.
Okay. I'm actually not going to read the title of this one. Actually, no, I am going to read the title. I'm sorry. Sorry for teasing you with this. The title is funny for me.
You just got blue balls.
Am I the asshole for washing my coffee cups in the dishwasher with my adult toys I use for work?
So she uses her adult toys for work or the coffee cups for work?
I thought it was the coffee cups at first, but it's definitely the adult toys, huh? Like, that's a weird... That's a fun topic, because you'd think it'd be the opposite question. Like somebody who's using their work office dishwasher to wash their sex toys.
Oh, I see what her profession is. Okay.
There's not much to get from the title in terms of actually drawing conclusions. Do you want me to just get into it?
I mean, if everything's coming out sanitized, I don't think it's a problem.
Okay. I'll read the thing. Because my immediate thing is no, it's not a problem. I am big into anime, gaming, and just internet culture in general. I started out going to local cons cosplaying, and everyone always wanted pictures with me. Some even let you set up a booth and collect donations. I noticed I had a bit of demand from these things, which led me to trying various forms of camming online. Turns out, I found a few small, untapped niches in those communities. I don't want to be too specific. I really wish you were, because small, untapped niches sounds like some real weird fetishes. That could be really fun. Fun to talk about, not fun to do. And what started out as dabbling turned into a $60,000 a year. And me working from home permanently with this as my full-time gig. Most of my friends know about my job, and it's not some big secret. That's amazing. Like, that has got to be a weird like lifestyle, but an interesting one, I feel. Cause like, what happens when your friends go into that cam show? That's gonna happen, and that's gotta be
Oh
strange, huh?
yeah.
Especially with these,
And you're gonna be, oh
especially with
no.
these untapped niches. Which, if they're untapped in the porn world, what could that possibly be? Like, what in the
Yeah,
world could
right?
that
Like
be?
everything's already done.
Yeah, that's got to be
Although
fucking.
Sex in Space, I don't think it's happened
Sex in
yet.
Space has 100% happened. I don't
By
know.
whom?
I fucking I know, but I'm 100% sure it's happened.
No, it has not happened. Let me check.
Okay, I'll continue reading while you're looking this up.
Sex in
Most of
Space.
my friends know about my job. It's not some big secret. So I had a friend over hanging out with me, and she wanted a cup of espresso. This is where shit gets a bit odd, huh? From my espresso machine. I had just washed my only 2 coffee cups I have in the dishwasher with a batch of my 10 or so toys since I finished a show earlier that day. Now let's talk about this for a minute. She calls her sex toy grouping a batch. Does she make sex toys? Is that what this niche is? Like she's like the how it's made of
Uh,
porn?
I feel like it'd be a batch to to wash. Like
Maybe.
the next batch
That's a
of
lot of
dishes.
sex toys though, huh? Like 10 sex toys is one of your batches?
That's
That's a lot of
it's
sex
your
toys.
job. You got a lot of tools for your job,
And
right?
I've worked in a sex shop, and I can tell you there's a lot of different types of sex toys. But, like,
Mm-hmm.
that's still a lot of sex toys for one person. Holy shit, man.
It is.
Um,
Max, I'm coming back with some Sex in Space information.
okay.
Apparently, Newton's third law makes sex in space really difficult, and I don't think it's happening. It doesn't say. Yeah, no, it doesn't say that it's happened. The garment designed to facilitate low effort.
Are we gonna have to invent
Okay,
sex
it's
shuttles?
happened, but it's not like.
It happened?
Well, I mean, that's no.
Okay,
I don't
sex in space has definitely happened, but has porn in space happened? I think that's the real question. Because there's people who, like, people fucked in space, right? That has to be a thing.
No sex in space yet, official says.
That is absurd to me. But can I continue on? We can come back to
You
sex in
haven't
space.
procreated in the stars yet. Okay, continue.
I finished a show earlier that day. I told her to grab one out of the dishwasher, not even thinking about it being a big deal. She means the mugs, not the sex toys, I'm assuming. So boom, she opened it and immediately started freaking, saying, "There's no way I wash my dishes with my toys and crap," telling me that's disgusting. And I tell her she's drank out of those cups before, and I've washed them in there with them.
Oh no.
With my toys. She's just ridiculously mad at that point, saying I don't respect other people and how I'm sick. She grabs her bag and leaves. Am I the asshole here?
So, like, here's what I'm thinking. Not telling someone from a sanitary standpoint, I don't think anything's wrong. But, like, sticking the stuff that you shove in your cooch that you, like, drink out of and eat off of, it's like, it's like taking the whites out of the laundry. It's like, you gotta do it in a separate load.
I'd like to imagine, you know that machine, what is it called? It's the sex machine. It's like a big dildo on a thing that like vibrates or moves.
Oh yeah, it's like a train, like a
It's something you like
locomotive
sit
engine.
on. It's got like a. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's got a big wheel that it goes through.
I don't know about a wheel.
It's like a piston.
Okay, maybe. Okay, I don't. But I'm imagining they sit that like I would love it if this situation was ramped up to the extreme, and that's in the dishwasher, and the coffee mugs are like stuck on top of it, like on the dildo, like hung from it.
So like you're thinking full blown Oh.
Like the bottom rack is taken out. It's just the sex machine, and the mugs are on top of it.
But why
And
would
it's a
you have
dish.
to wash the entire sex
I
machine?
don't know, Riley. I just had a weird picture in my head. Also, I think you would want to wash the entire sex machine. That like that thing's got to get real rank after some point of time. Like my God. Oh, I hate that.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know. I honestly don't. I think I don't know. I think it's weirder to expect your friend, especially if they don't use many dishes, which there was 2 coffee cups in her dishwasher load. So unless there's those 10 sex toys really take up a massive amount of space, which I
I
would
mean, they
love.
do though.
Yeah, maybe it's ridiculous. I would
Think
love.
about it though. Like dishwasher, like they're pretty. What 5, 7, 8 inches around there each?
Did you say that a dishwasher is 5 to 7, 8 inches each
No, I'm just giving measurements
of
of.
sex toys, right?
Yes.
I don't know, man. Like your average dildo, yeah, it's gonna be like 6, 7, 8 inches, right? But like, well, no, like not all. Okay, so like, there are a lot of different type of dildos. There's a lot of different types of vibrators, and there's a lot of different types of butt plugs. And
It's fact.
um, I think like what is it, 6 to 7 inches? Yeah, but then you've got your stuff like the rabbit dong dildo, which is a vibrator, a dildo, and a butt plug, and it has 3 prongs on it. And it does it all, and that would take up a lot of space. But your average dildo
Mm-hmm.
is not going to take up much space, especially and vibrators too. Like I don't know actually how you would wash most vibrators. You'd probably take like the casing, or like there's probably something you can wash on the outside for most. I don't know. I don't have much experience with washing vibrators, but as I wouldn't. Um, but I don't know. Like I don't think it would take up too much space. But I do like imagining that this woman doesn't have many mugs, and
Mm-hmm.
expecting that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this woman doesn't go through many dishes. I'm thinking that they're just not like they
Well,
save.
she lives alone. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that the friend should have expected, like, this person probably doesn't do a separate load just to save energy and water and has her sex toys and her mugs in the same spot. I think that this woman is
I think
allowing.
remarking that drinking from mugs that were washed like that previously wasn't a smart play.
Oh, no, that was like purposefully seemed douchey, right? Like being like,
Yeah.
well, you've done it before and I didn't tell you, so. But what?
Imagine going about it like that, though.
Yeah. Well, that's what it sounds like. Like, I mean, like, it's wow, dude. I sound like a fucking like wow. I just I can't. My speaking today is very strange. Um,
Some days it's
yeah, some days
better.
are like this. But so I think that the thing is that I think she is disrespecting her friend a bit, and I don't mean the person with the sex toys. I mean like the person who's coming over is coming over, being like, "Hey, can I use one of your coffee mugs? Your 2 clean coffee mugs, apparently," and is then
Or
getting
just like,
mad at the person for letting them after just being washed, but getting mad
yeah,
about the way they're washing. This person's letting you use one of their 2 fucking clean things. Like I
you're in
don't.
their house. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
I mean, maybe you should
And
just
there's a
like you shouldn't
certain
get mad at
extent.
them. You shouldn't call them out on it. You should just be like, "This is how they live. Next time I'll bring my own coffee thing."
Hmm.
Or maybe I'll just cut the bullshit and use the sex toys somehow as my coffee thing. I don't.
So, depending on how the argument went, it could go either way. If the sex toy washer was like more in your face about like, haha, you drank one of these mugs before, so why is it a big deal now? Sort of like statement. I would definitely say she's the asshole.
This person,
However, the person who came to her house and then started judging her by the way she did things.
from what I know about
That's
sex
kind
toys
of like.
too, like this person is not washing their sex toys properly. Like
Also, yeah.
you don't generally put your sex toys in the dishwasher. There are cleaning kits that you buy, and they have things that you can use to clean it. Because, like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Like, what is it? If you have, like, a glass dildo or something solid that you could definitely wash in the dishwasher, that would work, right? But I feel like, I might be wrong, though. It's been a bit since I touched up on my sex toy cleaning advice. Because apparently, that's something I have in my brain now. All right. So you who do you think is the asshole? Because I feel like we've kind of been back and forth on this, both of us, not like with each other. Just
I'm gonna, depending on what stance the cleaning lady took. Although for the most part, I'm gonna have to say the friend who came over. You don't just go into someone's house and then judge them for things
can we get a
like right off the
dishwasher
bat.
like a large sex toy washer, like a dishwasher meant for sex toys?
It's got like cup holders in it, but you know what they're for.
Yeah, exactly. They're like fit. They're like, what do you actually put in this? And you're like, no, listen. Oh man, dude. I don't know. I think she's. I
It'd
think
probably have to be like the size of like an easy bake oven, maybe a bit bigger. Like maybe two easy bake ovens, and I think that'd be the size.
It looks like an easy bake oven. It's like you know how they have like the fleshlight casing was designed to disguise itself as like a flashlight. The sex toy washer is designed to look like an easy bake oven. It's like, no, it's for my kid.
Your niece comes over like, can I play with your oven? No.
Oh, the pure nightmare scenario.
Just like, okay, run.
Oh, dude, I would love that. And like, what I think is more interesting about that is like, what is it? Just like how fleshlight casing was designed to look like a flashlight, yet over time it's sort of evolved to be its own thing.
Yeah, it's its own thing, definitely.
I would like that the Easy Bake Oven sex toy washer evolves over time to look like some sort of like its unique device. I don't know, man.
Do you think it's a sick prank, bro, to buy penis straws for your friends?
No. Wait, what do you mean penis straw? Just a straw that looks like a penis?
And the top of it was a yeah.
Oh, I was really hoping like you weren't inventing your own name for a catheter. Like that was what I thought, and I was very concerned. Or honestly, I thought something far worse. No, like do I think it's a sick prank? I think it's a gag gift. What do you mean? Was that just off your noggin?
Yeah, no, because I got Simon one.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's a sick prank.
Like forever ago.
I think it's a gag gift. I what is it? I bought my friend a reindeer thong that has a light up nose.
Yeah, but that looked good.
Yeah, you stick your penis in the reindeer nose. No muzzle.
Mm-hmm.
That one, that's like a gag gift. That's like a bit far, huh? For a gag gift, though?
A little.
Yeah.
A little.
I think like you got to be careful with gag gifts are difficult to buy because you got to really like know the person to know where exactly the limit is. Like in my situation, this was the perfect gift, but for most people, I feel like that would be something difficult to do. As for penis straws, no, I think it's just a gag gift. We should be closing out soon. Any remarks?
Not that I can think of right now.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I think this.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I think this episode was full of some weird shit. I think, Riley, what do you think though? Should the title be the fog of gas, or wait, what was it? Fog of ass.
Yeah, fog of ass,
Okay.
definitely.
All right. That'll be what it is. All right. Tune in next week, everybody. This episode might come out early, actually, because I just have more time today than I do Monday and Tuesday. So it might
Also,
literally
it's
come
a
up right.
yeah, hell yeah,
All right.
same day feedback.
Maybe. Don't
Don't
hold me
hold me
to it.
to that.
It might be tomorrow.
We said that at the same time, Max.
Don't hold me to that.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We'll see everybody later.
Crazy.
Email us at
Bye
Are We the
bye.
AHs? Leave comments, subscribe, like the video, whatever. All right. Good night, everybody.